In this video, I'm going to take you around Denton, Texas on the map. That way, it can provide a little perspective on where you are in relationship to Dallas and everything else around you. And if you watched our vlog tour through Denton, then it'll provide some additional context on that video as well. And we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here actually, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make a move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, then you gotta reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. We do prefer that, be able to put a face with a name, but whatever way is the easiest for you, we've got you back when making a smooth move out here to Dallas, Texas, or in Denton, like we're talking about today. And so, yeah, without further ado, let's jump over to my computer and take you on a map tour of Denton, Texas. All right, welcome to Denton, Texas, this highlighted area right here. Let me outline it for you because it's kind of hard to see, so you start kind of right there, work around here, go in there, and then you have this sliver right here too. Hey, that kind of looks like a little guitar almost. You got the strings up here, Hey, maybe that's why they call it where that music influence in Denton comes from, because it looks like a guitar. No, I'm just kidding, but that is kind of that does work though. Anyway, down here you'll notice this green area down here. There are some homes down there. I do show you some of those in the vlog, so you'll definitely want to check that out. This is where you're gonna have a little bit more acreage, certainly down here on the south side of Denton. Okay, so as always, let's zoom out, kind of show you where you are in relationship to Dallas. So yeah, 35 is going to be the best way to get down here. So you follow that, okay, all the way into downtown Dallas. As far as traffic goes, this will take you, without traffic, probably 45 minutes, okay? With traffic, it could take up to an hour. If it's really bad, maybe more than that. But listen, the thing with Dallas traffic, and I'll just tell you this, okay? Let me just be real. People love to complain, okay? I'm personally not one of those people. When I'm in traffic, I always at least feel like I'm moving, or I have an option, a really good option to, get past the traffic somehow, some way, right? Being born and raised here, my college job was working for Red Bull. I would fly literally all over this metroplex, kind of like this. This is what my college job kind of looked like, to go like that. I was everywhere, and so I kind of know how to circumvent the traffic a little bit. But you're never really gonna be stuck like you can get that way in Austin, because Austin there isn't really. You're kind of bottlenecked right there around the city center. So anyway, Dallas, we're spread out. You got a ton of options. Now let's talk about let's get rid of that. Let's talk about getting to the airport. So again, I think you'll take 35 down to 121, take up the north entrance there to get to DFW. That'll be about 30 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, 30 minutes over to DFW. Okay, so not terrible, right? And especially, I'll get into some of this, but most people are moving to the southern side of Denton. Okay, I'll show you why this is what it is up in here if you stay tuned. But yeah, it's going to be about 30 minutes over to the airport. Obviously, super nice to have a major airport hub here in our own backyard. You've got, what that's going to mean is a lot of non-stop flights, okay? A lot of direct flights to wherever it is that you're going. Super nice, no layovers. Everybody prefers to have no layovers, right? And then because we're so centrally located, in the country, that is, the flights, the prices are going to be pretty affordable too, because you're not having to go cross country or, you know, things like that. So the prices, at least from my perspective, when I talk to friends, like I just went to Denver, and one of my buddies from Atlanta met us in Denver, and we were comparing prices, and my ticket was like less than half of his ticket. So anyway, really cool to have that. And then if you want to catch a Cowboy game, you'll come down over here to Arlington right there. So you have a couple options. You know, you could take, you know, again, 35, probably over like this, boom, and then you're right there. Or actually, I do need to show you this, okay? So you have, okay, so you'll notice this, right? So you see 35. 35 goes all the way up to Oklahoma, okay? So 35, there's songs about southbound 35. Shout out to Pat Green, right? So 35 will come all the way here, but then it'll split into 35 East and 35W right here in Denton, okay? So one goes this way, one goes that way. And so what happens? Well, let me show you. So 35W goes right through Fort Worth, okay, as you can see, boom, right through Fort Worth. And then 35 East goes through Dallas, and then it'll go like that, okay? Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then where it comes back is down here in Hillsborough, okay? So let's get it all in one here. So you got the split right here, comes through there, comes through kind of like that in Dallas, and then it'll rejoin down here in Hillsborough, okay? So that's kind of how 35 works. So when you see 35E, that's different than 35W, just so you kind of understand, okay? And you're not too far from Waco once you hit that split down here. So when you're on a road trip, maybe down to Waco or down to Austin right here, you know, getting back onto where the split joins back together, you know, you're definitely out of Dallas, and you're basically halfway there, basically, okay? So all right, back to Denton. Okay, let's see. I talked about that. Oh yeah, so Cowboys, you know, over here. That's where I was going with that. So really, I think 377 is this guy right here. Might be a little faster to 114, and then hop onto 360, and that'll put you right here as well. Okay, so you kind of have two options. So it's kind of nice being in Denton. If there's bad traffic, please excuse me. If there's bad traffic on one or the other, you can go the other way, right? So cool to have that at your disposal in Denton there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So down here, let me show you real quick. So Cowboys, you know, AT&T Stadium. Listen, if you haven't been to a game, you gotta go to a game down there. We also have the brand new, as of this year, Globe Life Field with the retractable roof on top. Listen, we're pumped about this, so I have to talk about it, right? Because let me show you the old stadium, okay? Yeah, this is Texas, all right? The summer heat. Listen, we were out here baking like lobsters out in the summertime, just trying to catch a ball game. That's all we're trying to do. But we were out here, and so now we're super pumped. We get to watch our really bad Texas Rangers. At least we're in the AC now, okay? And so I think maybe we'll start attracting some good players, you know, with these new facilities and everything. Hey, we made the World Series. We were 2 outs away. I don't want to go there. Kind of sour over that still. But all right, you've got Six Flags as well over here. So if you like your thrills and roller coasters and things like that, that's the Titan right there. If you want to see a little bit of that, watch the Arlington vlog. But I digress. Okay, so but that's where you know, the Cowboys and the Rangers play if you want to watch a game down there, okay? You also have the Mavs and the Stars over here in downtown. They play in Victory Park, just on the north side of where the word Dallas is right here. At American Airlines Center is where they play. So that's where the sports teams play and everything like that, if you're interested in that sort of thing, okay? So now that I've given you that, the lay of the land, let's go over some numbers. So population in Denton you got 136,000 people. Now, let me just clarify some of this real quick, okay? Let's get into this now, all right? You have not one, but 2 colleges in Denton, okay? So you have University of North Texas and Texas Women's University, from now on to be referred to as UNT and TWU, okay? So between the 2 of these, there's 45,000 students, right? So remember the 136,000? Well, 45,000 is about a third of 136, right? So think about that. A third of the population in Denton are college students, okay? So now don't let that scare you. It's not dominated by college students. You can definitely get away from that and stay away from the college scene if that's what you want, okay? But just to kind of set the tone here when we go over some of these numbers, you know, that we are including a lot of college students in these numbers, okay? So median home value is $218,000 in Denton. If you watch the vlog, by the way, I'll walk you through a bunch of different price points. So whatever your budget is, you'll be able to see, you know, what you can kind of come to expect at that budget in Denton. Okay, I even show you the top listing in all of Denton. Might want to check that one out. Okay, 50% of people own their homes here. Again, there's a lot of apartments going on because of the 2 colleges, so that might be skewed a little bit. Median income in Denton is $60,000. So again, with the college thing, I'd be really interested to know what the median income is for, you know, maybe people above the age of 22 or so, right? Or people who aren't in college anymore. I couldn't find that statistic. So if you know it, hey, please comment below. I would love to know that number. But just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea, so you can compare against other cities, which I give those exact same stats on every single suburb that we talk about. Okay, as far as schools go, okay, let me show you. So you're gonna have Denton Ryan on the east side over here. You're gonna have Denton Geyer right there, right around there, and then part of this southern tip of Denton feeds into Argyle ISD as well, which Argyle High School is right around here, I believe, and then Legacy Christian is right there. Legacy Christian is a private school, so if private school is an option, then Legacy Christian will probably be your first choice up here in Denton. Yeah, these 3, well, 4 are, well, they don't rate private schools, but the 3 public schools are all A rated. Okay, so highly rated there. You do have a few B's on the schools in Denton, so you know you're gonna want to, you know, keep this in mind. You know, not every school is created equal. Not every school is highly rated in Denton. Okay, so just giving you kind of a heads up on that. And then, yeah, I will tell you, most people are moving to this southern side of Denton, right? Because, I mean, I'll just show you here, right? So you got University of North Texas, you got TWU right there, and then so you have 35, you have this loop 288. I actually used to live, when I actually went to North Texas for a couple of semesters, and I used to live right on the south side of 288, right in here somewhere. Was where I lived when I was going to UNT, and I would take the bus in, right? So I would take the bus over to UNT, yeah. So listen, again, there's a lot of apartments that are within busing distance of the colleges and everything. Okay, so just something to consider, right? Especially within the loop in here, there's going to be a lot of apartments. But once you start to get out of the loop, and again, most people when they're thinking about Denton, you're thinking about this kind of southern side over here. Okay, so you also have the Buc-ee's. This is where the Buc-ee's is, over here somewhere. I forget which. It was off of yeah, it's like right around here. Okay, so Bucky, you'll have to see the vlog to know what I'm talking about on that. Okay, so hey, if you like what we're talking about so far, please tap that thumbs up button down below. That helps us out a lot. Thank you so much for doing that. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Listen, you do not want to miss the next video that we drop. Listen, I was born and raised here. I've got some insider information that I love sharing with you guys on all these videos. So make sure you tap the bell so that you're notified when we drop that next video, and definitely join me on that one there. Okay. All right. Now I want to talk about some of the major intersections so you can kind of, you know, get a good idea of what's going on here. Okay. So let's start on the southern side. So yeah, Loop 288 is kind of where I would consider Denton to kind of start. Okay, everything kind of south of this is going to be getting into Corinth and things like that. I'll show you that in a little bit. You have the Golden Triangle Mall right there. I would pass that every day when I was going to my apartment when I lived there. And then, so to get into, so here's that main street. Here's that town center, Denton Town Center, you know, where all that stuff was in the vlog. This is going to be Highway 77 that'll branch off of 35. Okay, so 35, let me frame this up a little bit better. Okay, so 35 will go on the west side of the city, and then Loop 288 goes on the west side. Okay, or I'm sorry, the east side. I'm getting those mixed up today. And so 77 will be the one that cuts right in. 77 will actually turn into Locust Street, and Elm Street is also the major one that goes right through the middle of the town square. Okay, you also have Carroll Boulevard. That's another major one in Denton right here. So you got Carroll, Elm, and Locust. You have, now I did show you the Oak Hickory Historic District. So these are where these two streets are right here, just on the north side of the university right here, and really right there on the you can follow both of those streets right into the town center as well. Okay, you got Presby right here as well, so super close to you on that side, right across from the university right here. This is where the stadium is, right over here as well. And yeah, let's see, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. So yeah, Teasley is a big one. Shady Oaks, so Teasley turns into Shady Oaks right here. Well, yeah, I thought, yeah, Teasley's here though. Yeah, Teasley's mainly down here, running north-south, and then Teasley turns into 288, right? And so you've got a little bit of Teasley, I guess, branching off there. And then you've got Fort Worth Drive. You have, and then this is where a lot of the like North Texas Boulevard happens, where all the you know, college streets are. You've got Oak Street right there, and then you have 380. So this is technically a highway, but it does have stoplights along this whole way here, all the way into, you know, the Prosper Frisco area over here. There are some stoplights. Okay, but you know, the speed limit's pretty high up there, so when you're not at a stoplight, you can travel. Okay, so and then up here there isn't really much happening up here. Okay, I will say, okay, so Sherman turns into 428. That's a country road getting out there, but Sherman Road is a major one, and then Mingo Road. So I took Mingo all the way out to the Clear Creek Natural Heritage Center out here. So when we were out here, we were out here. Okay, so we were out in the country out here. This is a 2-lane road, you know, no yellow stripe down the middle type of thing. I mean, this is straight up country road out here. So if you want to get a nice nature hike in, you know, you'll take Mingo Road all the way out there. This is where the Longhorns were, by the way, right after that left turn. They were right there on the right there. So if you want to go say hi to my Longhorn friends, and you can go say hi to them over there. But yeah, those are kind of the major hubs. You know, you're gonna have, yeah, there's the Buc-ee's right there. Man, that wasn't there when I was in college. I'm kind of mad about that, but Man, I would have spent. Actually, that might have been a good thing. I might have spent way too much money over there. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, here's the town square right there. You know, you're gonna have, you know, off of 380, you're gonna have a lot of commercial off of 380. I mean, obviously it's a highway, so that's, you kind of come to expect that. But man, I think those are really kind of the major intersections over here. Okay, so as far as the best neighborhoods go, you know, I think again it's going to be on the southern side of Denton. Okay, so really all the way down in here. I mean, I was actually really impressed by some of the homes that were down here, especially for the price that they were at. So listen, again, you have to check out the vlog so you can see this with your own eyes, what I'm talking about. But yeah, the southern side of Denton is really gonna be the highlights of Denton. You know, Denton Geyer is gonna be the best school in Denton as well, as far as public schools go. So you know, I think that attributes a lot to that as well. But yeah, I think that gives you a pretty good look. Let me show you what's bordering you around. So listen, I think we're getting kind of to the northern edge of kind of the territory, at least where I go to. I mean, I'm not really traveling to Sanger to show houses and things like that. So maybe one day if Sanger really blows up, but Denton's got to kind of finish up first. And so we're really kind of on this northern border up here. So getting over, you know, you've got Aubrey, you've got Prosper and Salina on this side. You know, you've got Frisco on this side of the lake. Of course, you have Louisville Lake right here. You've got Party Cove. Somewhere, I believe it's right there, is Party Cove. So I mentioned this on other ones as well. Party Cove is kind of where all the crazy guys hang out, well, and girls, you know, more younger crowd. So if you're on Louisville Lake on a boat and you want to get wild, then go to Party Cove. If you don't want to do that, then stay away from Party Cove. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. And then so Corinth right here, we'll do another one on Corinth and Lake Dallas. We might combine those two because they are very similar. So Lake Dallas is just more down here in the peninsula right there, and then on the south side here you're getting into Flower Mound and Louisville right there. Obviously Argyle we've talked about a little bit, and then yeah, on the east side you're really getting kind of country out here. Okay, so you know, we haven't really talked about that too much, but that's kind of what's bordering you around Denton. But you know, hey, I think to kind of sum it up, you know, there is, if you do want to commute into Dallas, then there is also the DCTA. So that's the train that goes from Denton all the way down into downtown Dallas. Okay, so there is a train that does that. There is a UNT campus down here in downtown, actually off of Main Street, and so you know, there's a commuter, you know, there was a demand for that. And so, you know, even if you're not, you know, a part of the school, you can definitely use it, right? So, you know, that's something to look into as well. But yeah, I think that gives you a pretty good idea of what Denton is all about right there. You know, so hey, if this is where you want to be, then you got to reach out. You know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump straight on our calendar if you want to come hang out with us on a Zoom. We do prefer that so we can put a face with a name, right? And, you know, again, if you've watched this far, please tap that like button. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe as well. Tap the bell for notifications. And if you're continuing your research here, then I want to invite you. Click the Dallas, Texas Living name below this video right now. Head to our main channel page. Use the search bar on our page there to look up whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever topic, maybe it's a specific area that you're looking for, whatever it is. If feel free to use that over there. If I don't have a video on whatever it is that you're looking for just yet, then leave me a comment below. Let me know what it is that you're looking for. And listen, I do this for you. This isn't about me. I want to provide as much value as I possibly can to you guys out there. So definitely let me know what you guys are looking for, and I'll bump up the priority for what it is that you guys want. Okay, so yeah, I think if you don't know where to go from here, then you should see some videos popping up on the end screen that can definitely point you in the right direction. You know, we do a ton of different styles of videos on this channel. You know, we do vlog tours like I've mentioned. You got to check out the Denton vlog probably next would be a good idea. You know, we do map tours like this. I interview my friends about the pros and cons of each city that we're talking about here. So yeah, definitely check out one of those on the end screen right now. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.